Okay, thanks everybody. We'd like to take some time and answer questions that you have, the media, our employees, the council, those out there on social media. Any questions, we'd love to address them.
Mayor,
Yes.
what are some ways that we can get more involved in the community?
So I would love to see people get involved at all levels. There's a number of things that our residents can do. In a couple of months, we'll be appointing a number of people to boards and commissions, and would love them to get involved in that. They can find information on the city website under the mayor's tag, boards and commissions. Would love them to come to council meetings. Would love them to pay attention to the agendas. Would love them to volunteer. Parks and Recreation has hundreds of opportunities for volunteers. And just come out and find a way.
Another
Oh,
question.
good, easy.
I always feel like I'm slow on the uptake with what's happening in the city. What are some of the ways that I can keep up to date with what's happening?
Well, of course, that's an opportunity I can't pass up to promote the blog. And I hope people will tune in to provomayor.org. We've added a new feature on it this year that's actually a calendar of events. The City Council has a blog, the Provo website, and the city newsletter are all great ways. If you've not subscribed to the city newsletter, you can get on our website and do that. And we've started a new project called Provo Pulse. And if you get on the website and give us your email address, we'll actually be sampling you for opinions about how we're doing with the city. Yes?
Mr. Mayor, so...
Tell us your name if you would.
Isaac Wright, reporter for the Universe.
Yeah.
So you talked a lot about what you're excited about for this upcoming year. What do you feel like are some of the biggest challenges that Provo
Yeah.
faces?
I think that's a great question. To me, it's very, very clear. The single largest challenge that we face as a city is growth. We expect our county to double in 20 years. And how we do that and at the same time maintain the quality of life that we love here is, I believe, our single biggest challenge. Transportation, clean air, all of our infrastructure, everything we have to be very, very careful with. Janelle.
I noticed on some of these, and I was shown that your neighbors to the north in Orem have been watching you today.
Oh, good.
So they're probably taking some hints from you, seeing what they can do. But they are synergistic with Provo.
Absolutely.
Particularly with some of the major projects that are coming up with bus rapid transit. And I was wondering if you could talk to me how that works with, I mean, you have a laid out program, but you're kind of talking about people around you as well. How would you like to have the BRT, for instance, and the cities work with you as you have goals that clean air, those kinds of things? How do we work with our other cities?
Yeah, that's a great question because politicians sometimes tend to look at city boundaries and care a lot about boundaries, and our residents frequently don't care, right? They don't care that they're passing from Orem into Provo or vice versa. So, and air doesn't care either, right? If we're keeping our air clean and our neighbors aren't, the air doesn't care where city boundaries are. So it's imperative that we are working together. I would tell you that the mayors and county commissioners in Utah County work together better than I think anywhere in the state. And I would tell you from my experience, the elected officials in the state work together better than anywhere in the United States. And I can give you one quick example of that. I'm told that Utah is the only state in the union that has a unified transportation plan. That's because we can get together with different counties and different cities and agree on what the transportation should look like throughout the state, and no other state in the union can do that because they just can't work together. We've got an amazing working relationship here in the county and really throughout the state. Nathan?
Sure. What are some of the perceptions about Provo that you think people get wrong that you'd like to discuss?
Well, more and more, I think people are discovering that Provo is not the same Provo it was when they went to school here or went on a mission and came through here. And I think one of the things that I enjoy hearing the most was, wow, I had no idea. Just last night, a gentleman sent me an email. He hadn't been to Provo since college. He came back for the Temple Open House. He sent me an email and said, I cannot believe what's happened in your downtown area. And for me, that's kind of the most exciting thing is when people discover really what's happening here. And they have this impression that it's still a sleepy little town with nothing going on downtown.
We have a question from Periscope.
Okay.
Are you going to keep with the traditions of visiting for the Provo birthday party?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad they asked that. So last year we had a lot of fun with the Provo birthday party. And this year we're going to launch it again. We're going to have a week-long celebration. So those of you that are listening and you want to participate in that, start planning those birthday parties. I'm going to come to every single one that I can, and we hope that we have 3 times as many as we had last year.
Can I throw another question?
Yes, Whitney.
Periscope. So a lot of people are watching live and they're commenting on how beautiful the
Yeah.
scenery is, and they want to know if it's CGI.
So they're probably, they're talking about my face, right? This is the real me, and it's actually the real background. Isn't this is, the reason we did this here, and thanks Gary with New Skin is here, is I don't know if you can imagine a better backdrop and the symbolism of the mountains and the temple and the beauty of Provo and just the great place this is. I don't know that you could find a better place. So it's all live, it's all real. Sam?
Tell us a little bit about why you chose to go the social media route this year, as opposed to your traditional audience. I guess fewer people probably have listened to the State of the City in the past.
So every year with the State of the City, we go into it thinking, what can we do to get more people engaged and more people involved? As you know, a traditional State of the City address is not typically well attended. People are not really paying attention. And our thought was, wow, let's take it to them. Let's not make them leave their job and their work and their families and their kids to come here. And symbolically, I think this concept of using social media is a real clear statement of where we want the city to go. I mentioned that we're doing an all-new software program, and we want to be out in front with technology and leading the way. And so there's some symbolism in it, and then there's also this desire to get more people engaged in what we're doing in the city. I think at one point over a week ago, we had more people signed up on one of the social media channels to watch than we had attend in all the years before. So we're real pleased with the outcome. Yes?
Question on Instagram. Someone wants to know if you're going to run for president.
So I thought this would be a good place to make that announcement. I'm glad they asked. I can't imagine a more brutal thing. I think I'd rather be harpooned to a telephone pole.
When's your next day, man?
Oh, great. So good point. We want to answer a few questions here. We don't have time to really go into depth, but we like to do AMAs, Ask Me Anything. Our next one will be March 1st. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
At 10:30. And so if we don't answer your question here today, please hop on with us March 1st. Most of these same social media channels, and we'll answer your questions then. We try to do that once a month. Great. Well, thanks everybody for being here. I'll hang around if some of the media does have additional questions. Thanks for being part of this historic event. Have a great day.